Here is today's mediumship message. And for those of you that are new here, you can take a look at some of my previous videos just to get to know a little bit more about who I am and the type of work that I do. Today's message is all about becoming more aware about how your loved ones are speaking to you and how they're getting messages to you and how you could be hearing them and maybe like not aware that you're actually hearing them speak to you from the other side. So the few ways that I'm going to share today are actually really common messages that come through and have been coming through for the past few years with clients. The first one being music, and this can come through a couple of different ways. One, you might hear a song and it might be like your loved one who had passed on. It could be like their song that reminds you of them that comes on in like the most random places. So like maybe you're in the grocery store or you're in Starbucks or a friend starts playing it or wherever you're at and you're like, this reminds me of my mom. The second way it can come through music is when a song like really moves you and you feel it in your heart and maybe you start crying or you start tearing up, maybe you even start thinking about your loved one and you're not quite sure why. Pay attention to the lyrics of the song because sometimes through the lyrics and through the emotions that are like, that start to come through you because of the song, are messages from your loved ones. Because I want you to remember that when we ask for help from our loved ones or we ask them to come in, like they always respond to us. So no matter what, the help is always going to come to you. Another way you can be hearing them, and this is one of my favorite, is when they speak through other people to you. And the way that this can come through is like someone randomly says a phrase or a saying that like your loved one used to say all the time in like the most random way or most random conversation. Usually that's a loved one coming through that person to get a message to you. Another way is like having the right conversation at the right time, or a friend of yours calling you at the right time and giving you the guidance or the answer that you needed from a question that you had asked your loved one earlier on in the day. These are some of my favorite because they can be so synchronistic. Like the most beautiful magical moments can come through and they can speak through a stranger in the grocery store and they could say the right thing at the right time that just hits and you know it's from a loved one. It can come through a best friend, it can come through another family member, but to me it's always really magical. And the last one I want to share, this might sound a little out there, but I am going to share with you anyways because it's a very meaningful one and it's one that comes through for me all the time, is the wind. And the wind can bring so many messages just from nature, from spirit, from loved ones, but pay attention to any aha moments or ideas or support or emotions that come through the wind. So whether it's like a really beautiful day and there's like this beautiful breeze that comes through, or it's a strong gust of wind or whatever it may be, but to me the wind always carries messages. So just open your heart and receive.